Per Fox News, in the dark of night, 10 minutes before Donald Trump even announced that the U.S. and Israel had attacked Iran, a network of U.S. nonprofits aligned with China, Russia, and Tehran activated foot soldiers to hit America's streets. These are those streets. I got to this protest in New York City 30 minutes early, and here you can see me right behind them with all of their signs. I wanted to get this video out to you as soon as possible, so there will be no commentary, and please enjoy these raw interviews.
So all the People's Forum protesters are right over there. Did you watch President Trump's address?
Unfortunately not.
Palestine will be free. Palestine will be free.
We're talking about Palestine. I thought this was an Iran thing. So, would you rather that we be allies with Iran than Israel?
Yes.
Gotta say, I'm a big fan of what you do, man.
Thank you so much.
My name is Iman. I'm a Persian Christian.
Yeah.
I have family. Are you guys live streaming?
Yeah.
I just want to say this is disgusting. It's sad that tens of thousands of Persian people have died, and the one day people decide to get together and say something about it is the day that the U.S. makes a strike. It has nothing to do with the innocent lives, and the brotherhood of Israel and America and Iran is really the only thing that can get us through this. I'm just so sad to see all these people holding these signs. Probably have no idea what they mean. They just against Trump, against the idea of intervention. But at the end of the day, I've had my phone's been blowing up all day. Everyone in my family.
What are they saying?
This is the first chance they've had hope, the first opportunity of changing their regime. I mean, like Trump said, I mean, this is probably the only chance they'll get in generations to really make an actual change. And I mean, when seeing what my grandmother, my mom, my dad are saying, I mean, they've witnessed the regime. I'll tell you, my grandparents, they've seen a lot. They've been through a lot. They were lucky enough to flee before it was too late. But I can't say the same for some of my extended family, some of my cousins, my aunts and uncles. I mean, it's so terrible.
How would you say that this strike on Iran serves the U.S.?
It's a good question, and I will say we'll just have to wait and see. I think at the end of the day, I mean, Iran is the head of the snake. It's behind so many evil attacks, the Beirut bombings. I mean, everything Hamas has done. I mean, you have to understand this all comes from the IRGC, and if you want to talk about being pro-American, I definitely do see the argument of not getting involved and not wasting American blood and treasure on this foreign conflict. I totally get that argument, but when it comes the day after a U.S. strike, it has nothing to do with the innocent Persians lost, and no one's acknowledging that. The American lives that have been lost over decades of terrorism, I can't stand for it. It's all BS in my opinion.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm just wondering, when does the sign start getting passed out? Is there a plan for when that will be? We gotta text the group chat. They already know that I'm here, so you don't have to. Hey, how you doing? Can I ask you what brings you out here today? What brings you out here today?
Support. War, I'm against the war. I come from a war-torn country.
Yeah.
War happened when Yugoslavia fell apart. So I'm here to support humanity.
Yeah.
It's enough of killing children and innocent people, because whoever is in power, they're going to be safe. But who's getting killed is innocent people.
Yeah. Would you say that you're supportive of the Iranian regime, or where exactly does your support lie?
My support, where it lies, is in humanity. We shouldn't be involved in, it's propaganda, basically, what Trump is doing, saying that, he's there to, he's telling, now you can bring down the regime in Iran, which is...
And I've heard some folks say that those who are standing with humanity, a lot of people are messaging me saying, well, what about the 30,000 or up to 40,000 protesters that were killed in Iran?
But do you think that that's really true?
Well, Time Magazine, CNN, and a lot of mainstream media have reported on it, and they don't like to report on such things in general.
Right.
So if they reported on it, I would say, wow, even they reported on it.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You don't think it's true, though?
I really don't.
Okay.
I think that there are
Have you seen some of the videos and pictures of the body bags?
I did see the body bags, but like I said, there's so many. In this day and age, it's like, what do you trust?
Okay.
What do you trust?
What exactly would be your vision of Iran? Would you like to just see them to continue to live under this dictator regime? What would you like to see?
We're living under dictatorship.
We are?
We are.
Oh, shit. I didn't know.
Really?
No, I didn't. How are we
Oh.
living under a dictatorship?
You don't, like, if you gotta think what you're gonna put on, like right now
Yeah.
when you're talking to me,
Yeah.
if you gotta think how, if I'm able to say this, and I'm not gonna be doxxed or banned
Yeah.
or whatever,
Uh-huh.
that is a form of dictatorship, like in Russia, like in,
But you
in
were
any
gonna
other
be
big country.
you were gonna be doxxed by the United States government? Is that what you're saying?
I just might.
Hi. I was wondering, I'm an independent journalist. I was wondering if I could interview you. Is that okay?
We're trying to be
I like
careful.
I like your sign and I like your look.
You can take a picture all you want, but
Can I
we're
ask
independent
what-
journalists. We're trying to sort of stay away.
What's
But-
wrong with why?
Well, because right now a lot of people in the media want to distort messages, so we try to. I personally just try to try to stay away from interviews.
I would say that we're live streaming, so no distortion can happen,
Mm-hmm.
no deceptive editing could occur. So would you be open to having a conversation if it's live streamed and nothing is cut?
I'll say one thing.
Yeah, sure.
And it is that U.S. and Israel bombed Iran and killed civilians.
Sure.
And the fact that civilians were killed and a sovereign nation was attacked warrants a response from the American people.
What would be the response that you'd like to see from the American people?
What you see right
The
now.
protests? Okay, so this says free Iran, right?
Yes.
Okay, so free Iran from what exactly?
From imperialism, theocracy, racism, and capitalism.
Okay, so for theocracy, are you referring to the regime, the Islamist regime? Like, is that what you're
Referring
saying?
to the law that was implemented by the Ayatollah Khamenei.
Okay.
I support him in his anti-imperialist efforts, but I don't think any country should be run by religion.
Gotcha. So when you say you support his anti-imperialist efforts, what exactly are those efforts?
He's been vehemently anti-Zionism and has actually fought short wars with Israel to protect the Iranian people from
Gotcha.
Zionist expansion and occupation.
Gotcha. So would you rather that we be allies with Iran than Israel?
Yes.
Sure.
I think allying with Israel is one of the most fascist and dangerous actions the U.S. could take.
Okay. And what makes that fascist versus allying with Iran?
Because Iran isn't fascist. And you studying political ideologies, you understand what fascism is, and it is not Iran. Because Iran was Ayatollah Khamenei's rule was achieved through a revolution. It was sort of a coup d'état.
Yeah.
Fascism rises electorally and democratically, and then turns on its constituents.
Yes.
Ayatollah Khamenei's regime is not fascist in nature.
So what do you say to the folks that say that it's fascism because they make women wear a hijab?
That's not fascism. That's theocracy, which is different than fascism.
Okay.
Fascism run by the petty and big bourgeoisie are aimed at destroying working class movements. Ayatollah Khamenei's regime isn't necessarily aimed at working class issues. It's aimed at religious issues, no matter who that religion affects.
Yeah.
So all women in Iran are required to wear the hijab, whether or not they're working class, middle class, bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
So it's different structurally than fascist government.
I feel like one of the nice things about America is that you can freely protest here. Sometimes I will see videos of protests in Iran with IRGC cars running them over, and I think like, well, I'm glad you're able to protest here. Have you seen those same videos, and what are your thoughts on those videos?
I've seen the videos, and I always think that the U.S. is considered one of the most propagandized countries in the world.
So I've spoken to some Iranians, and they're saying that we will feel free if the regime is removed. And you have a free Iran thing, and I think we're talking about freeing it in a different way. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you heard that perspective from Iranians that say we will feel free if the regime goes down? Have you heard that?
Yes.
What are your thoughts
I
on
have.
that?
My thoughts on that lie especially in the fact that the U.S. and Mossad of Israel have openly admitted to putting agents on the ground in Iran, and they've openly admitted to paying protesters in Iran. So they have a hand at stake in the protests. So I think it's difficult to discern, are they talking to an average Iranian citizen, or are they talking to a paid protester, and are they talking to an agent of the U.S. and Israel?
Okay.
I have one more
Sure.
statement,
Sure.
and it is that I don't know the exact solution, because Iran should be free from Khamenei, but the U.S. and Israel has continuously placed fascist regimes in other countries, and will not establish democracy.
Last thing is that you mentioned that you would rather us be allies with Iran than Israel. How would that work if Iran has killed Americans, hundreds of American servicemen? Like, how would that work? Do you think that we could get past that?
Yes,
yeah.
because the U.S. government does not care about the lives of its soldiers. It sends them into foreign nations, kills them, does not respect veterans, allows them to fall into homelessness and starvation. So the U.S. government doesn't respect American citizens as it is. They do not respect troops. The troops are not protected by the U.S. government. And the regime we have in America right now is fascist. Or in the United States, I should say, not America.
The United States is fascist.
In the United States, it's fascist.
In what way is it fascist?
Well, I ended this conversation.
Okay.
You've been very respectful, and I appreciate it.
No, that's what I try to be, yeah. What are your pronouns?
She, her.
She, her. Okay, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's a script. Is this the script for the next speech?
What's that?
Is this the script for the next speech or something like that?
This is mine.
Oh, this is your speech?
Yeah.
Which organization are you with?
Refuse fascism.
Okay. Is this about Iran specifically, or is it about other stuff? Okay.
I mean, it's about the fascist regime that's in place, and specifically about what happened with Iran. Yeah.
Cool. Can you tell me a little bit about...
What news organization?
Oh, sure. Now, here it is. Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got involved with Refuse Fascism?
There will be a vote
Sure.
on a war powers resolution in Congress. All of your representatives will have to live with their vote on record
Ready?
Yes.
for the rest of their
My name is Jim
political
Keaty.
careers.
I am one of the
Like
national
Iraq
organizers
war,
with the
which
Refuse
has
Fascism
funded so
movement.
many war
I've
mongers
been
of
an
our
activist, an
elected
organizer, a
leaders.
former elected official in New Jersey.
We will be
I've been
watching when they
engaged in a
pass their
range of
vote
human rights issues for the last 3
authorize
decades.
this illegal,
What I'm doing now with the Refuse
undemocratic
Fascism movement is dealing with what is
war
probably,
on
I believe, the most pressing issue in our nation today. That's the fact that we have a fascist regime that has taken over our constitutional republic.
So, one thing that I do is I talk to both sides. What the other side was telling me is that if we were in a fascist regime, that they wouldn't allow for protests that are against it. So what's your...
Yeah, someone who says if we were in a fascist regime, you wouldn't have a demonstration like this just hasn't read a history book.
Okay.
So I've been lucky enough to travel around the world. I've been to Germany a number of times. I was in Germany again in April of this past year and went to Dachau for the second time in my life. Dachau was the first prison camp. It's now known as a concentration camp. But when Hitler was named Chancellor of the Reich, within 3 weeks, they established Dachau. And it wasn't to do what they did in Auschwitz and all concentration camps that we learned about after the U.S. entered the war. It was to round up people like this. Now, that didn't happen, as the fascists came to power in Nazi Germany, the Nazi fascists came to power, they weren't rounding people up at the beginning, right? That's the same, in terms of the timeline, we were early on in this, right? Trump has been in power, Trump 2.0, just for a year now, and what we're going to see is we have seen them rounding up students who were out protesting Gaza. We have seen them rounding up immigrants and immigrant rights activists and murdering our own citizens in our streets. Right? So it's about progression towards it. Far too many people had bad history teachers, I guess, or the curriculum wasn't good enough, where they only learned about what happened in Germany in the 40s when we entered the war.
Right.
If they learned about what happened in the late 20s through the early 30s, mid-30s, when we entered the war, they'd be seeing the same signs that myself and everybody that's involved here today are seeing.
Speaking of signs, do you get this printed at a local shop or something? Because
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I mean, a lot of people. There was a young guy who was screaming about paid activists and agitators and blah, 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 and they all have the same signs. Yeah, it's not that difficult to do.
Yeah.
You find a local printer.
Sure.
You raise money.
Yep.
You pay the printer. You get the signs made. And we save these. These get recycled for our demonstrations.
And do you have like a contact in New York that you work with in DC? Because I know that I've been to your protests in DC as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. There's a group in DC. There's a group in New York. There's a group in Chicago. There's a group in LA, San Francisco. All over the United States.
Okay, so your idea is that Trump will run for a third term. You believe that he'll run for a third term?
I mean, when Trump floats ideas, his idea balloons, we need to take him seriously. And he has said on a number of occasions that he is interested in having a third term, which is a complete violation of the Constitution.
Sure.
And I would imagine that every American, regardless of where they stand in the political spectrum,
Yep.
should say no president should have a third term. That should be easy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so anybody who doesn't say that is
Yeah.
not a patriotic American.
Yeah. So what would you say his playbook is in his third term? Like, do you think he's going to round Jews up like Hitler did? Like,
You don't know. right? History doesn't repeat apples for apples, but it rhymes, right? So we're seeing now, like the famous pastor Niemöller poem. First they came for the communists, then they came for the socialists, then they came for the trade unions, then they came for the Jews.
Yes, and then there we came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me.
It's first they came for the students protesting the genocide in Gaza. Then they came for the immigrants. In the midst, they're going for trans kids and activists. Then they might come after activists like us. Again, it's not going to be apples for apples, but it will rhyme.
So to go through that, because again, like I said, I talked to the other side. They will say they were going after students who were on a visa, who were protesting.
Absolutely not. I was at the encampments. Okay? I was at Princeton encampment quite a bit because I live in New Jersey.
Gotcha.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. And what I have done, whenever I hear people say that, at the time, I would always say, come with me.
Sure.
I would invite these right-wing fascist supporters to come with me. And you know how many had the guts to come?
None of them.
0.
Well, I'd come with you.
Did you need me?
But let me ask you this. So,
one more.
Okay. Where are the Iranian people here today? Because people are saying that the Iranians are supporting this, but I haven't seen an Iranian person here today.
I'm not sure. You know, I came up on myself from New Jersey. I can't speak for anyone in that regard. Look, I know that there are, in the same way that there were Venezuelan expats who were living here, maybe refugees, who have breathed this exhale when Maduro was taken out. I understand that. But we have a terrible track record with regard to regime change, especially in South America and the Middle East.
So for the Iranians around the world that you see celebrating, what is your message to them?
I totally understand and empathize with you. You have been living under a brutal theocratic regime, right? I don't trust our government as being a fair partner in that. We never go to spread democracy and promote human rights when we do regime change. Look at Iran's oil reserves, look at Iran's gas reserves, look at the geographic power that they hold in that region. We're not there. Donald Trump is not doing what he's doing in Iran because he has empathy for the people of Iran. Because remember, all the people on the right say empathy's toxic, don't they? Yes,
terrible.
they absolutely do.
Yeah, that's not good.
I appreciate the interview.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. You're a very respectful guy.
All right.
Thank you. Cheers. I'm an independent journalist. I was wondering if I could interview you. Awesome. Okay, so I hear that we're chanting for Palestine. And all the people were asking me, ask the people here, how do Palestine and Iran, how are they connected?
Imperialism will fall.
I don't know what she's been saying stuff. I don't know what she's saying. Can we just have a conversation?
Well, they're connected through the Israeli invasion and aggression and occupation.
Okay. Got it. So, would you like to see Israel destroyed?
Biggest threat in the world
Okay.
today.
So, what would you like to see happen?
Israel to be disarmed and stop occupying the neighboring countries.
So, you want to see Israel disarmed? Okay. So, what do you say to those folks who say if Israel lays down their arms, that Hamas will take over Israel? Do you think that that is conspiracy?
No.
Okay, so how does that work? Because if Israel lays down their arms, a lot of people worry that Hezbollah and Hamas will move in and take control of Israel.
Well, there would have to be a mutual disarmament, not a one-sided disarmament.
Okay, so that Hamas and Hezbollah would also disarm, you're saying?
Yes, under a mutual disarmament.
But what I'm seeing, though, is that 30,000 and 40,000 protesters were killed in Iran. Just horrible, right?
There was this number is false, actually. Very recently, a full 1,000-page report has been released by an independent human rights organization called Herana, Herana. People can look it up. The report is called The Red Winter. They have confirmed 7,000 people have been killed.
7,000. So even if it's 7,000, that's still a lot.
Hold on, let me finish. They have confirmed 7,000 people have been killed, and from the 7,000, they have only provided the lists, the full names of 4,200 people. So 4,200 people who have been killed. This is what we know. True revolutions happen from independent power, just like the Iranian Revolution in 79, or the Russian Revolution, or the French Revolution. None of these happened with outside help. So yes, there will be costs, but in order to have a true revolution, you do it independently as a country.
Okay, well, I have a different kind of question. So there's this thing, I don't know if you ever heard of like Casualty or something like that, where you can make predictions. Have you heard of that before? No. Well, people can like basically basically predict what's going to happen. So what do you think the chances that Khamenei is out as supreme leader by April 1st, 2026? What would you say the chances of that?
I don't do predictions.
What would you say? What would you put it at?
No, I don't do it. I'm actually a political scientist.
Okay.
And I think predictions are dumb. So,
Okay.
I don't do that.
Okay, well, it's 43%. Hot boys for Zorod. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Can I interview you real quick?
What?
Can I interview you real quick?
I
like your
so.
hat.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So what brings you out with this hat? This is a nice hat.
Well, nice hat. I don't know. It's a good anti-war rally we have here. You know, I mean, I think it's really outrageous. I mean, Donald says one thing, and then turns around and does the opposite.
What did he say?
Oh, I'm keeping America out of wars. No more wars of aggression. Where, I'm doing all I can, and everybody's got to help me,
Sure.
Now, what do we have,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think that, what do you say to those folks who are saying that he brought the hostages home and he stopped the war in Gaza? What do you say to that?
I don't think that Donald stopped the war in Gaza at all.
He didn't stop it?
No, certainly not.
Are you supportive of the government-run grocery stores that Mamdani's going to bring in?
I think it's an interesting idea. He's raised a number of interesting ideas.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do. Now, a lot of that depends on what support he gets from, state as well. I mean, New York City can't do it all by itself. And I mean, if Governor Hochul is still going to say, "Oh no, we're not, no more taxes for billionaires. We're not raising taxes on billionaires." What's he going to do? There's a huge deficit in New York City that the Adams administration, has left people holding the bag on. What's it going to do?
So I noticed that you say it's an interesting idea. Like you're not necessarily for it or against it, right? The government-run grocery stores.
I want to see what he does.
What do you think the chances that he taxes billionaires?
Taxes what?
What do you think the chances are that he taxes billionaires?
I don't know.
Okay, there's a website called Casualty where you can actually predict on it. Okay.
Depends on the people.
Give me an estimate. Give me a guess.
I don't know.
What do you think the chances?
If he has,
Do you think it's over 50% or less than 50%?
If he has 100,000 cadre like he did that helped to get him elected, if they keep constant, if they actually are in motion, if they actually put the pressure on, I think the odds are very high.
Okay. Would it surprise you that it's only 15% that he taxes billionaires?
No, I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the instrument that they used, the nature of the questions that they posed.
I mean, this is just people predicting whether or not this is going to happen.
The numerical analysis. See, I'm a sociology major in college,
Okay.
so I mean, I'm attuned to this. You can do a lot of bullshit with, polls.
It's not a poll. It's people betting money on something.
Right. Well,
Okay.
hey.
Is the ICE protest separate from the Iran one?
Yeah, I think the ICE
I'm an independent journalist, so I'm sorry to just
no worries.
like this. Is that okay
no worries. I think the ICE protest is downtown.
Okay, but I see some ICE stuff and I see some Iran stuff, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Because yours says ICE, right? Abolish ICE?
Left over from an old protest.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I interview you?
What do you want?
Did you watch President Trump's address?
Unfortunately not.
Okay, and what made you want to not watch it?
I didn't know what it was. I'm not a fan of his either way.
Okay. Because in it he talks about how Iranian proxies have killed American servicemen, and that is one of the arguments for this strike. And I was wondering what your opinion is on that.
Look, none of that would have happened if we never got involved in the Middle East under false pretenses. It's a shame that our young men and women are being killed to advance to make the folks who are already wealthy, the Epstein class, even wealthier.
Okay. And makes sense.
But escalating violence is not the way to do that.
Got you. And what about building up a nuclear weapon? Do you think that is a good argument for the strike, that they were enriching their uranium and that they wanted to build a nuclear weapon?
Trump should have kept the 2015 nuclear treaty intact. Iran was also they were at the negotiating table with Iran. There's no way and yes, Trump was not happy with how negotiations went, but the negotiations were not over yet.
Negotiations. Oh, doing it diplomatically.
Yeah. And besides, Trump entered office his first term having a nuclear agreement that Obama brokered with Iran, and he went back on it. So that's why Iran is doing that. The best way to avoid Iran developing nuclear weapons was to continue to stay in that agreement in the first place.
Okay, so do you think that we should pay money to Iran so that they, like in that sort of agreement, is that what you're saying, to continue the Obama deal, to give them money in exchange for not building a nuclear bomb?
Fact is, we have a shitload of sanctions on them anyway. Whatever we're paying them is nothing compared to how much we're fucking them with those sanctions.
Gotcha. Okay, so you don't worry about Iran building a nuclear weapon?
Because we have nukes too. You know, Iran's leaders are not that crazy.
There's these clips of these Iranian officials saying "Death to America." Does it worry you as an American?
Everybody who says "Death to America" is only talking about the feds. They're not talking about everyday people like you and me. Most people in the foreign countries know that we are not. It's what our government does is not 100% our fault.
Sure.
I just won't go over there.
Yeah.
That's easy enough.
And I noticed that your sign shifting stuff. It said to abolish ICE. Do you think that we should replace it with anything?
ICE is younger than me. I don't think we need to replace it with anything. We have local police already. We have the FBI if it comes to that. The problem is ICE is a rogue agency that Trump has weaponized to do his dirty work. And the fact that was kind of always meant for that. It was meant to enforce what is essentially was legally a misdemeanor in this country.
We abolish ICE. A lot of Americans are concerned. Americans on both sides, by the way, are concerned about if we abolish ICE that an open border can lead to criminals coming over the border and committing crimes here.
My dude, the border between the U.S. and Mexico is one of the most secure borders in the world.
Okay, now or before as well, like under Biden.
Definitely now. I'm sure it wasn't any different
It's
under
secure
Biden.
now because a lot of people would say that because Trump secured it.
What Biden was doing was trying to give people a pathway to citizenship.
Right.
Which is completely fair.
Can you tell me how Trump is Hitler? I will press pass here.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
Man, I love your videos. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
and
much.
as an immigrant myself,
Yeah.
I really respect your job, and thankfully for just like uncovering all this. Like basically, I'm from Colombia, so I escaped my country because of violence, and it's completely like, sorry, excuse my French, stupid for people who have the privilege to live here, to speak their mind, to be talking about countries they have no idea.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that I really respect your
Thank you
job,
so much.
and thank
What's
you.
your reaction to this protest here?
I'm sorry, it's stupid. This is stupid. People from Iran are literally fighting because of what is going on, and they're just but infuriates me. Like it's so like I don't know. It gets me mad. It gets me upset. They have no idea what they're going through. I come from a third world country. We go through a lot of stuff. Then with this new situation with Mandani, they have no idea how things are in the third world countries.
And how are things going to get under Mamdani in your experience being from Colombia?
No, it's gonna go bad.
What's going to happen?
I just think that first off, I mean, people want everything for free. Like, and right now the situation with the property taxes going up, it's mind blowing. It's literally mind blowing. But everybody who has never had a job in their lives, they support it because they don't have any property. They don't have property. For them it's just like give me, but I don't give anything in return. So it's gonna go bad. It's definitely gonna go bad.
How did you come to this country?
I came legally. First off, I waited for my interview. I paid my fees. I waited till I got my visa approved. Then I changed my status. I've done everything legally, so that's why I'm pro immigrants as long as they come legally.
Okay, and what is your reaction when you're seeing like these asylum seekers coming across the border and they get put up in these hotels, but they say that they're being persecuted, that their life is in danger? What is your reaction to that?
That's pure BS. Because when I came here, thankfully I was blessed that I have some family friends here in the States. They could help me. They helped me basically a lot. But what I don't get is why I have to work my ass off and then they get everything for free. I pay my taxes. I file as single, and I have to pay tons of taxes, but they get everything for free. Right now we have this hotel. I work here, so that's why I was walking by and I'm like, hey, that's Nate. Let me just say hi. Every single day I walk through this hotel, the Row NYC.
Hotel, yeah, it used to be a migrant shelter.
And I see, I mean, I love my fellow brothers from Venezuela, and I have family from Venezuela, but it's really unfair for them to get everything for free. And I've been here for 5 years, and I have to work my ass off for what I got. And thankfully, I have a nice job. I live in a nice house, but it's because I did it for myself.
Yeah.
And they just most people been living there for like a year, and they still have nothing.
I've spoken actually to a lot of illegal immigrants from Colombia, and they're saying that things are so bad that that their life is in danger. What's really going on in Colombia? Can you provide some insight on what's going on?
In Colombia right now, we have this amazing person as president, who I'm completely against too, Petro. This guy basically is another Mandani. He wants everything to give like the poor people everything for free, and sadly my country has a high like percentage of poverty, so of course they're easy to just like convinced with like cheap policies, like I'm gonna give you free healthcare, free housing, free everything. Okay, for people who have no like education, sadly it sounds good.
It's very interesting insight. I've spoken to a lot of people who are not from Colombia, and they like to speak for someone like yourself who is from Colombia.
Yeah, no, and this basically, it really gets me mad. I asked for a flyer because I wanted to see their perspective. Yeah. Because sometimes they call me, oh, you're a hypocrite. You should be like in the same side as the illegal immigrants, and I'm like, no, because they are illegal. They came here, they broke the law. I came here the nice way.
I'll put this down. This person's gonna flash me. Oh, okay, no, we're good.
Oh, I know her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, anyway, yeah, she likes to do that. Yeah. Anyway, well, it was nice to meet you.
No, thank you so much.
And you have a good one. Okay.
Thank you for
Sounds good. Excuse me, sorry. Can I get Hi, how you doing? I saw that you were doing a bunch of interviews. I was wondering if I could just be one more for you.
Who you with?
He's Zionist.
I'm a Zionist?
Yeah, you're a Zionist.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're a known Zionist.
You're a known Zionist.
Wait. How am I a Zionist? And what's bad about being a Zionist?
We don't talk to Zionists.
We don't talk to Zionists. Okay, how am I a Zionist? How am I a Zionist? Okay, can we start fresh? You trust this guy?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I don't
understand why.
I don't talk to Zionists either.
Okay, what's so bad about Zionists? Tell me, what's so bad about Zionists?
See my previous answer.
What a loser. Can I interview you? Hello?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm just putting my mask on.
I know. After that, can I interview you?
Once I'm done, you can do it.
Awesome. Take your time. Khomeini was, they killed him. Yeah. Wow.
Who are you, by the way?
My name is Nate Friedman.
Okay. What do you do?
What's that?
What do you do?
I interview people.
Okay. What are you affiliated with?
I'm affiliated with myself. I work for myself.
Oh.
So when you're talking to me, you're just talking to me.
All right.
Okay, so you got glasses in the cafe. What makes you hide your face like this?
Resistance.
What's that?
Resistance.
Resistance. And what are you resisting?
This fascist government.
Which one?
This government.
Trump's government?
Trump's government.
What makes them fascist?
Imperialism all over the world. Destabilization. Middle East. I'm from the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit at my ass home and say, this is chill. This is affecting me. This is affecting you. You can say that it's not gonna affect This is not gonna affect the average American.
Yeah.
Your groceries isn't gonna get fucking cheaper.
Sure. Where are you from?
You're not gonna get health care. This is all going to the fucking middle. My fucking family's getting bombed in the Middle East. So why the fuck should I stay at home when I should be here? Every fucking day.
Are you saying that all of our tax money is going to the Middle East? All of it?
Going to Israel, going to the Middle East. We're paying the healthcare of Israel. If you're not aware of this right now you are.
Sure.
So you can say whatever the fuck you want. You can say, oh, this is not going. This is going to benefit us. It's going to benefit the shareholders. It's going to benefit Trump.
No, I appreciate
it.
I didn't know that all of our tax money was going there.
Fucking grocery prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
Gas is going to go up. Everything.
Where are you from in the Middle East?
Egypt.
Egypt. Okay. And would you like to see Israel wiped out? Like, would you like to see? I don't know what this guy really wants, honestly.
Nate, I just gotta say, I really appreciate all the work you do.
Thank
Big fan of yours. Are
you
you
so
asking people about what they think about 30,000 people being killed?
Yeah, I asked them.
What do they say?
It's like that it's not real. A lot of folks are saying that the number's not real.
Inflated.
I've heard 7,000, as if 7,000 was somehow like not a big
better number.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Hey, can I interview you real quick? Alright, so yeah, I know we're in a public street. Alright, so we're marching with them now. See if we can get an interview. This is what it looks like though. This is what you guys can see. It's your immersive view. So all the People's Forum protesters are right over there. That's the Tahir. Let's see what's going on.
So you know Tahir because we've exposed him many times in the past and even confronted him. And here we go again. And after this, you also see that Tahir was actually speaking at this very protest.
Tahir, can we talk for a second? Just for a second. I haven't seen you in so long, man. Come on. It's been months, dude. One conversation. Tahir, please give me a conversation, buddy. Do they give you a bonus for being ready to protest like this? Tahir, let's talk, no? Why? We're walking together. We may as well talk. We're both Americans. Tahir doesn't want to talk, you know?
We will continue to stand with every single person under U.S. and Israeli bombs until this scourge is permanently fixed. We will march every day.
So actually this you can show. This actually used to be a migrant shelter. I know this is a different kind of video. I'm obviously not going to talk in too much detail about it. Do you see why it's all wrapped up? So that Colombian woman, this is the hotel that she was referencing. She was talking about the Row Hotel, and you can see that's why it's all boarded up. This is a beautiful 4-star hotel. We covered this hotel extensively. This is where we put up illegal immigrants for years here. This is a hotel where you're paying $400 a night for. It was totally closed off for years. This was a huge crisis in this country, and we were there for all of it. All right. Oh, no way. Yo, what is up? I interviewed you
Oh, yeah, I remember
7 months ago.
Yeah, how are you?
How are you?
things going?
You're
back out here.
I'm back out here.
So
just
am
like
I.
you.
I'm back out here too.
So
I think, did I have the same one?
What's that?
Did I have this one?
No, this is a new one. You had, I remember you had dog walking Trump. I think it was Netanyahu dog walking Trump. Tell me, has your opinion changed at all recently?
God, after last night, no, not really.
No. I remember our conversation well. We talked about how you were kind of on the fence actually when we were speaking because Iran was enriching their uranium. You weren't sure how you felt about it. So how are you feeling now? Obviously you dislike Trump. That sign's made that clear.
Yeah, but that's not, I mean, that's separate.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's separate. Yeah. So
you know, from my understanding, what I've seen so far is that they keep talking about this imminent threat of Iran using nuclear weapons on, you know, Israel but they don't. If they had a nuclear weapon, I don't think we would have gone in for regime change because why haven't we gone into Korea? They have nuclear weapons. We haven't tried to like take out that regime.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So to me, it just seems like they really don't have them.
What do you think that this is about then?
You know, I'm not quite sure.
If you guys want to see the rest of that interview and the full interviews for everything that's in this video, it's up as a live stream on my channel. You can check it out now. And if you want to know more about that migrant shelter that she was talking about and the other migrant shelters around New York City, I've attached some of those videos in the description as well. And before you guys go, the absolute best way to support the channel is to go on Casualty and use code NATE25 to sign up. It is a very cool website where you can just see the predictions on so many things that you couldn't even believe. So check it out, and I will see you guys in the next episode.